But I think currently the state of affairs is that transitional justice is completely left behind. Just in case that it might derail a peace process, without transitional justice, we're not going to get a peace process that even has a hope of lasting, let alone being implemented. There have never been any cases for the crimes that have been committed in Sudan, or the atrocities that have been committed in Sudan's many wars, that have ever reached any kind of court and therefore resulted in any kind of accountability. There have been no national or local level transitional justice mechanisms that have ever brought accountability. And that's the kind of environment that is then created where impunity actually reigns. And so those committing acts of violence and atrocity and genocide today have no reason really to stop, knowing that they probably also won't face any kind of accountability and won't pay the price for what they have done. This lessens the cost for the violence that we're seeing, and therefore we expect to see much more of it. But transitional justice comes is a broad menu of items. You can have international justice measures, for example, like cases taken to the ICC. You can have cases taken to a special tribunal or court, like was done for Rwanda and Yugoslavia. Or you can have truth and reconciliation commissions in country at the national level or even at the local level. And you can have customary transitional justice measures as well, those that work within traditions and customs of communities. And you can also have a combination of those. And Sudan's war right now and the atrocities committed are so large that most likely you'll need all of those different measures to be put in place. And those are measures that would look at both punitive and restorative justice. In other words, punishing those who committed crimes, but also creating the framework for reconciliation for those in communities that still have to live together. Every mediation, every peace agreement process that has taken place in Sudan, and there have been many, have always delayed and deferred conversations around transitional justice. Even when transitional justice has been put into the peace agreement, it has never been touched, because there is a sort of a thinking, an idea that this would derail not just the peace agreement itself, but then subsequently adherence to the peace agreement. But actually in Sudan, we've never had a peace agreement that has been fully implemented. We've never had a peace agreement that has fully captured the grievances, both short-term and long-term grievances of people in Sudan. And so invariably, all of those peace agreements have led us directly back into conflict again. And this conflict today is no difference. What we need to see is a recognition that transitional justice is the sine qua non of peace processes. Without transitional justice, we're not going to get a peace process that even has a hope of lasting, let alone being implemented. The second thing is that we need to check with victims' families what they are willing to accept in terms of some of the transitional justice measures that need to be placed on the belligerents and on those who commit crimes.